In my last video, I shared that I was thinking about starting a Homebrew Space Marine chapter. I wanted to just do a little video updating on the progress of that. In that video, I basically just said they're orange and they like flamers and melters, kind of like the Salamander chapter. So yeah, I kind of started off with Gryph-hound orange as a just armor color, and then I did a technique that I haven't seen many videos on, but I think it kind of works for highlighting. I kind of call it like subtractive highlighting, where you basically put contrast paint on something and then you just rub it off with your finger, basically, and you do get some okay kind of edge highlighting and things like that. This is all just finger rubbing. It looks a little bit dirty, but anyway, I tried a few things: one black and one red shoulder pad. And in the end, I kind of settled for my first squad to go for a bone effect on the shoulder pads with red weapons. The eagles are gold on there. I don't know if you can kind of. Yeah, I think that the varnish I put on has taken away a lot of the shine from it, which is kind of to be expected. But yeah, with a squad of aggressors, I started toying with these aren't finished, by the way. They all need a little touch up. It's just more of a progress thing. I tried the first one with red weapons, and it's fairly typical of Space Marines to have sort of red weaponry and things. It's very vanilla, from the old Ultramarines back in second edition to maybe even before that, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's when I first saw it, and I think it looks cool. But yeah, I kind of thought, what about gold? I think the bone and the gold kind of work well together. Um, so yeah, that was the next evolution of it. I'm not sure if I've put wash on this yet. Yeah, I think I have. Anyway, what I also moved on to as the kind of third phase is, and I quite like this. I think this maybe looks a bit classier. I haven't got any wash or anything on but basically golden shoulder pads and bone weapons. I just think that could look like quite classy almost for an army to have. So yeah, I think I'm going to do another squad like that, and that might be what we settle on, or maybe I'll do a combination of them. For chapter insignia, I basically I was thinking, should I get some custom decals made? I don't want to just use some normal stuff, or shall I paint? And I'm not very good at freehand painting things like accurately. So what I actually did was I got the end of a kid's pencil rubber, because that's like a perfect circle and it's easily replicated. Just dab it in some red paint and then dot it on there. I've thought about putting some extra detail in the circle or something, but for now we're just sticking with that red circle. It's quite striking. Looks a little bit like the Japanese flag, which I'm aware of. Not intentional, but you can't deny how it looks. But yeah, I think that they're starting to sort of come together and look okay. For bases, I'm in a kind of funk or a rut at the minute with bases and what to do with them. That is actually Dark Angel's contrast, just on whatever was on there. So all the orange splats from the contrast paint, just painted over with Dark Angel's contrast paint. And yeah, so that's a kind of little update on where I am with my Homebrew Space Marine chapter. Oh, also, what should we call them? So I thought about like fire and embers and like dawn and like a few things like that. And I kind of set it on the astral embers. Like these guys, like fire. They're orange. They don't glow, but they're kind of orangey, and they kind of waft through the universe, starting fires. So yeah, astral embers. That's what I've decided to call them. If you can think of a better name, I'm not surprised if you can, because it's a bit basic in some ways, astral embers. But yeah, that's kind of what the latest is for these. So yeah, thanks for watching yet again. If you want to watch more stuff, then don't forget to subscribe and things. And I'm going to continue doing this little chapter. I don't know what to do for vehicles. I thought about vehicles, and honestly, everything that I've done so far is just like rule of cool. Like, I'm not thinking about competitive lists or anything. I'm just thinking about what I like as models. That's a good way to do it. I've got other armies in the back there. The light's not on, but there's some cheese in there, and there's some rule of cool stuff in there. So yeah, I was thinking about like some land speeders, just because I want some like cool flying models, and I was thinking about some bikes. You can get those Indomitus bikes pretty cheap now, the Outriders on eBay. You can get like 3 for like 15 quid or so. And I've got some for my Blood Angels army over there. And I've played with them. I've done some bat reps with them on this channel. And they're really good. They're really tough and they hit hard. So yeah, maybe I'll get some of those. Orange bikes. Cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been my introduction and update to my Homebrew Spaceman channel. Cheers.